Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Pisces. So let's see what's going on with Pisces. This could be any aspect of your life, whatever's on your mind. Something has ended painfully. It's like somebody kind of knew it was coming here. But you know, it's a Nine of Swords. Pardon me. Yeah, someone has some kind of regret here. I feel like you may already know the answers you're seeking, maybe who this is. Yeah, there was some sort of choice in love here. Now, often with the lovers, it's often somebody's doing something that they love, that they're really passionate about, but there's choices. But I feel someone has some kind of regret here. I feel like you already know, and I do see stress, anxiety. Yeah, so we have the moon. Somebody was feeling a little confused. A little bit of a mystery energy too, confusion. Someone regrets something. Yeah, and I do see stability though, which is really interesting. This is long-term energy, financial abundance. I mean, this is about someone being stable. Someone feeling a bit stressed about something and they're just keeping it to themselves. I do see someone making choices here. Making choices. Somebody maybe made a bad choice and they regret it, maybe chose someone else, or just doing something that they thought they would love and they don't. But yeah, we got the Seven of Swords, so somebody was being a little sneaky. Someone was up to something and they regret it. I feel like you know who this is. But I do see secrets and mystery, someone keeping a secret. It's really bothering someone, probably keeping them up at night. Tell me about this Nine of Swords energy. Yeah, somebody here kind of looking at things from a whole different perspective. So somebody, there's the usual blindfold where somebody here needs to take off that blindfold and look at things from a different perspective. Seeing things a little differently, yeah, because I feel it's two people experiencing something different. So if you have regret or you know it's someone around you, I actually feel, it's somebody else isn't experiencing it the same. They're not feeling the same about it. So interesting. I think it's just a lot of confusion, illusion, unfounded fear. To me, it's looking like unfounded fear. Yeah, I don't know if someone regrets something or, these could be embarrassing situations too, where someone just kind of keeps things to themselves, but I feel it's honestly with this, you already know the answers you're seeking, but I feel somebody here maybe regrets not making some kind of commitment or following through on something. But this is someone putting the shoe on the other foot now, seeing how the other person feels. I don't think the other person's too concerned about something here. I don't know. Interesting, yeah. It has to do with the choice, making a choice. Someone may have chose another person and they regret it. And they're now looking at it from a different perspective. So, yeah. So I do see choices, crossroads, maybe even a life path decision. But it's an energy of somebody trying to get something going. It is a pentacle. It's the start of something. The seed's been planted, but it didn't go anywhere. And I wouldn't be surprised if two people had come apart. Maybe even got back together again, too. This is an interesting energy. Let's have a look at the moon. Yeah, chaos, conflict, drama, competitive energy. See, it's obstacles, challenges. I don't know if somebody was competing with someone here, or like I say, this is often just, this is what creates change. Someone's seeing things from a different perspective. Now, I don't know if this is someone competitive or someone who's never changed. But I do feel for some of you, if there is this feeling embarrassed about something, regretting something, the other person isn't seeing it the same way. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, whatever it may be. But yeah, it is about, obstacles, challenges, competitive energy to do with stability. This could be a business situation. Often the Ten of Pentacles is a business, but it is about long-term stability, financial stability, a home, a business, whatever it may be. But the Seven of Swords is somebody feeling something sneaky. See, someone's trying to figure something out. I think this is somebody who feels that people have figured them out, that they were up to something, and they're kind of stressing about it. Because it is a sneaky behavior, but often all isn't what it seems. So like I say, I don't know, maybe people were watching, checking things out, seeing something happen here, but I don't think they're seeing it the same way. Let's have a look at this Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, someone here suffering in silence, keeping something to themselves, not talking or saying too much. See, all isn't what it seems. I feel someone here wanted to talk or something here. I mean, the novice, this is somebody not moving. They're just kind of, I don't know if it's someone feeling sorry for themselves, but like I say, there's something fishy and sneaky going on, but all isn't what it seems. It's someone who's not talking because, I mean, I don't know if it's a situation, something didn't go anywhere. I don't know if there was competition, somebody was competing. See, secrecy. There was a lot of confusion revolving around this. Tell me about this Seven of Swords. Yeah, someone tried to initiate a conversation. Someone tried to initiate a conversation here, yep. But there was someone competing for someone's attention. I think this person's embarrassed now, or someone feels, you know, often that's just embarrassment. Somebody's embarrassed. They regret this. Because, I don't know, I mean, people watching, but I'm not so sure that people feel the same. Because this is things checking things out, but it's opinions. Other people's opinions. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they're not looking at it the same way. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, yeah, because it has to do with interest. See, somebody was interested. They were showing someone they were interested by reaching out, wanting to talk. So I don't know if someone acted like they weren't interested and they regret it, or there was competition. I feel there was somebody competing, that competition. A little bit of drama maybe, jealousy. It's about somebody not wanting confrontation. So somebody took this opportunity. Yeah, I mean, somebody wanted to talk, or they did. There is a need to initiate a conversation. I feel someone's feeling bad. Tell me about this. It could be a friend, a family member, anything. Yeah, it has to do with starting something. See, it's all coming out in the open, exposed. But I think all isn't what it really seems. I do feel all isn't what it seems. Because the sun is shining. I mean, this could turn out to be something kind of funny, but it's about someone wanting to start something, and there was obstacles, challenge, or some kind of confrontation where someone was trying to initiate. Yeah. Tell me about this Novice of Cups. Yeah, see, it's somebody putting all the cards on the table. So somebody here is now looking at the bigger picture. Yeah, somebody wanted to start something. They'd want to do a talk to somebody, but the other person, and now this is someone suffering in silence, not saying anything, but I think the person suffering in silence is someone who's embarrassed how they behaved, but all isn't what it seems. So I don't think people seen this the same way. Yeah, you can see it. This is someone here blinded. They didn't see. See, they're not seeing it the same way. Yeah, a lot of unfounded fear, but I think somebody really wanted to start something, but maybe worried about confrontation or someone being jealous, so they suffered in silence. Probably jealousy or competition, but like I say, this is somebody who often doesn't see something coming. But I feel other people aren't seeing things the same way. I feel that's what they are. So I wouldn't worry too much, or nobody's seen. Something embarrassing, yeah. Sometimes those little things really bother people. It just pops into their head, and then they just kind of get into that energy. But yeah, see, it's something here. It's about trying to avoid a disaster, trying to avoid confrontation, but something turned out to be a disaster. See, the disaster, this is something that probably didn't have to happen. It's because somebody suffered in silence. They didn't want to say something, or, yeah, like, and the interesting thing is we have the Six of Swords. So we have someone trying to avoid a disaster, but you know, this is things calming down. See, moving into calmer waters. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, somebody here was being a little stubborn here, maybe acting a little selfish, but this is also someone saving money. Put that back if you don't need it. It's about using resources wisely to avoid a disaster. So, yeah, but I do think somebody was being a little bit stubborn and stuck here. And I don't know if someone's holding on to a grudge. Is this somebody holding on to a grudge? That's what it is. And they haven't let it go. But it's sort of being stuck in this energy, or stuck in the mud. I don't know. You know, that stick, what do they call that? A stick in the mud. But yeah, so this is actually about somebody being stuck in this energy, or holding a grudge. Someone thinks that. But I gotta tell you, and it's where someone kind of doesn't see this coming. Somebody's coming maybe to visit too. This is often travel and visit, but it's someone trying to avoid something. But it's all, you know, yeah, so someone's feeling kind of sad. The cups that are spilt, because it's about two people coming together. They didn't get to come together. But I do see someone was being, I think it's a little bit of jealousy here. I think someone's embarrassed the way they behaved, because it's like someone here maybe holding a grudge on someone, or they're trying to hold on to something here. I don't know if someone's trying to hold on to someone for money. It is the Four of Pentacles, but it's about avoiding a disaster. It's something that could have been avoided if someone would have spoke up and said something. It's a person who had an opportunity to speak up and say something, and they didn't. So yeah, there's definitely a little bit of regret. I mean, these are fives. This is all temporary. This is something that'll, you know, it does create change, and it actually is, regardless, it's going to turn out different the way someone thinks, and that's what I feel. Look at it from a whole different perspective. Yeah. Tell me about the Sun. Yeah. See, this, and this is another thing. I do feel, and I do think for some of you, there is a person who's very embarrassed, because this is someone who I see jealousy, confrontation, or jealousy. This is somebody here creating a little bit of drama or something, but to me, it looks like somebody who doesn't really want something, but they don't want the other person to have it, maybe because they're holding a grudge. It is jealousy, because this is somebody trying to put something behind, to initiate, to talk to someone, but somebody else kind of got in the middle. This is somebody keeping two people from coming together, or they don't want two people to come. I don't know if they're holding a grudge on someone, but yet it feels like, yeah, it's just someone was being a stick in the mud too. Like, tell me about this initiate. What was this all about? Yeah, so someone's struggling. See, should I or shouldn't I? Somebody was, that was the inner struggle. Now, I feel it's also someone comparing someone to someone else, or one situation to the other. See, things don't appear the way they are. And I mean, it is embarrassing. Oh, this is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's about investing. I still feel that embarrassment or this anxiety. But, I mean, I can see somebody weighing the pros and the cons of situation. I wonder if someone's robbing Peter to pay Paul to compete with somebody financially because of jealousy. This is really interesting. But yeah, it's somebody here acting like they're not interested, but they are. Or someone telling someone they're not. Because we have a person trying to talk to someone. Someone's talking to someone. This is communication, maybe to avoid. I don't know. I think I really do believe there's someone here who doesn't really want somebody, but they don't want the other person to have them. They're holding on to maybe holding a grudge here because of something that happened. I don't know. But yeah, and I do see someone single. See someone telling someone they're not interested, they're single. But this, I actually feel this is someone competing, robbing Peter to pay Paul to compete towards someone who's single and they have everything. It's a person who's competing. It's keeping up with the Joneses, as we call it. Yeah, and it's also about a person and financially. Look at this is how someone conducted themselves. See, someone's single. This is somebody actually in a relationship. They may have been acting kind of single, competing with someone as well. They're actually in a committed relationship. So now they're kind of embarrassed the way they act. I don't feel like they really did anything. I'm not seeing anything here. I just feel somebody was kind of behaving out of the way they normally do because they are competing. They feel they need to compete, and they're robbing Peter to pay Paul financially too. This is someone learning the hard way too, learning something from this. It's a learning experience. Yeah, because we have somebody here, see, financially stable, someone who's mature and financially stable. Or they could be younger, but this is somebody who's very balanced. They keep their life very balanced. They save money. This is somebody who's worked hard to get where they're at. This is somebody trying to compete. And like I say, it's like, it's jealousy. And it is somebody who's in a relationship. One person's single, one's in a committed relationship or married here. But I also feel somebody may have chose somebody, or somebody chose somebody else over this person. I wonder if this is two friends here, but it feels so competitive. But you can see it's all okay. It's coming out in the wash. It's all right. The sun is shining. There's happiness and joy. But it's like somebody putting something, it's like somebody can't put it behind or get it out of their head. It's stressing them out. I feel it's embarrassing. I mean, it feels like somebody doesn't really want to talk about it. Suffering in silence. Like, yeah, I don't want to talk about this right now. Oh, it's all good. People do things sometimes. But I feel here, this is definitely an energy of investing. See, somebody was interested in someone and they knew it. So there was this competing. So they were definitely out of form. But this is someone's lifestyle habits. This is someone being gracious. See, the other person was being very gracious. See, just accepting it the way it is. It's just how it is. Somebody's being gracious and generous, or just very calm and patient. But the other person wasn't. So I think it's somebody holding a grudge from the cups that are spilt. I mean, I see crying over spilt milk. I think the other person's just kind of, I feel it's somebody understanding. And I do feel trying to initiate a conversation, but the other person doesn't really want to talk. They're struggling with this. I don't know if this is someone struggling financially now because somebody's spent a lot of money, and says the other person's saving money. They keep their life balanced. The other person robs Peter to pay Paul. Wow, heavy stuff. Yeah, we got the Three of Wands here, and I do see an energy of someone kind of just waiting patiently. Somebody here was trying to be patient, hoping this, this situation will come to a fruition. It will come to a fruition, but this is someone who's going to be gracious. Now, I don't know if this is somebody who was hosting something or had someone in their home. They were maybe traveling, visiting. I don't know. I can see that for some of you. And the other person wasn't being very good. They were being competitive. And I see jealousy. I mean, it's like, take it away. I don't really want it. Take it away. But then they kind of do, they don't really want it, but they act like they do. This other person's acting kind of aloof, like kind of indifferent to it. But I do think the other person was kind of like acting a bit aloof, but I do see trying to be gracious. So it's the other person's acting kind of like they're not interested. So the other person's kind of like maybe going for it. But yeah, I feel someone's been holding a grudge. I do think someone's been holding a grudge here. Yeah, I think this is going to be let go. It's crying over spilt milk. Yeah, you can see. And I think it's somebody embarrassed. Maybe other people seeing. They didn't really see. Everybody's talking. I see there's positive news. See everybody coming together, getting together. Somebody's visiting or traveling. But it's all about avoiding a disaster. See, there's a lot of talk here. But I feel like there's good news here. And now we have someone pinned down by their thoughts. I think it's somebody going, what was I thinking? Someone was behaving out of the norm. They normally don't behave that way. Sometimes things happen and people just react to things. Yeah. But it is somebody who's pinned down by their thoughts. You see, they're thinking about this. See, it's about wanting to clear this up, but I think this is something that'll just kind of clear itself up. I mean, I don't see someone wanting to apologize, but it's possible somebody feels they need to apologize. But I do think someone was trying to initiate a conversation with someone. The other person competed. Like not letting someone talk to somebody. I don't know. It's bizarre energy. Yeah, somebody made a very bad decision, or they think they did. See, bad judgment. And I do think this is someone competing financially with someone too, because this is someone who's very stable. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I feel like it's one of these things that just kind of dissipates, but it definitely was a bad decision. I do see a little time out healing. I feel, to me, it looks like it was something that was a bad habit, or maybe was a habit that someone had already put behind. Now they're doing it. To me, it looks like jealousy and competition. There's the energy of the novice, someone looking at the details of the situation. Yeah, definitely there's money stuff here, but I mean, as far as relationships, I feel we have a person who wanted to start something with someone. It's going to come out in the wash. It is going to happen. Okay, it's all going to come to the surface. It's going to be overcome. It's temporary. The other person's going to be the one to come in and start this. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll try to get the other person too. Maybe they're trying to make good on it, but wow, heavy stuff. But you can see happiness, someone putting all the cups on the table, putting themselves out there. But we have someone suffering in silence. See, there's this opportunity. Maybe it was a gathering, people getting together. But I actually feel it's all going to be okay. Yeah, I see somebody working too. See, it's about putting in effort, working. Someone's been working. Yeah, their pattern habit, the way they conduct themselves here. Yeah, but it's all about building and putting in effort. Yeah, see, something to do with the house, a home. See, someone's been working really hard and their hard work's paid off. They have a house and a home. Maybe someone's working hard to pay off their home. The other person's juggling or struggling. Because I feel like I say, they're competing to have what the other person has. Yeah, we got someone here putting on the brakes. See, someone here is taking another look at the situation. There is somebody who actually did notice. Somebody's like hoping no one noticed, but yeah, maybe they did. But put it this way, they're going to act like they didn't. Somebody's actually being very gracious, acting like they didn't. So whatever it was, it's all good. I feel there's a lot happening here. But there is a reason to celebrate. There is going to be another opportunity because someone here is putting on the brakes and taking a look at what happened. See, someone's seeing things clearly now. So it has to do with somebody else coming in to take control. But yeah, this is somebody who was trying to control everything and they kind of lost control. But now you can see someone taking a look at this. Yeah, see, temperance, somebody taking a step back, seeing things a little differently. So it's all about how people are seeing this situation. I don't think anyone really is that concerned. I think somebody's just stressing because somebody stepped on a line or crossed a line, or they acted out of form the way they normally do. So I do see things calming down. See, everything's just calming down. So someone taking a step back now, looking at it different. See, seeing things in a much more positive way. So it's often this is somebody who focuses on one thing. Now, it could be someone who's focusing too much on their money and not other things in their life. But this is also a person who focuses when they get stressed about something, or they're embarrassed, or something doesn't go well, they focus on it till they drive themselves crazy. And I see someone doing that. You can just, I feel it's just saying, just kind of, it's all good. I mean, and as far as these two people who wanted to come together, someone trying to keeping them from together, see, someone was trying to get somebody to avoid someone, or telling them they weren't interested. I think the other person was kind of acting like they weren't anyway. Although I see the Queen of Pentacles being gracious, but I definitely see the financial competition here. See, friends of friends, and there's good news. See, someone's feeling sad, like there's not a lot of hope, crying over spilt milk. I do think someone focusing on this too much. And I do think it's someone who's been kind of stubborn and possibly holding a grudge about something here. I don't know what it could be. Something that's already happened, obviously, in the past. Yeah, we have someone single, enjoying the fruits of their labor. That's the Queen of Pentacles. See, someone who saves money. The other person's robbing Peter to pay Paul, trying to compete with the other person. This isn't somebody who competes. The Queen of Pentacles just kind of focuses on what it is they want to do. They try to keep their life balanced until they accomplish their goals. So I don't think there's any need for competition here. Tell me about this Three of Cups. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. Seven of Swords. Yeah, so is this somebody here talking, trying to figure things out here? Seven of Swords, sneaky energy, a lot of gossip and talk going on. Yeah, so I'm going to be honest, I feel these people are kind of like, they did see it, but they're acting like they didn't see it. So it's going to dissipate. I think this all could have been avoided. Yeah, see, all could have been avoided. Somebody trying to avoid gossip, talk. See, the chickens are clucking. Seven of Swords. They're all trying to figure this out. What the heck's going on? What happened here? It's all about someone actually trying to avoid gossip. We know the Queen of Pentacles is anybody who's in that energy, and it can be anyone. This is somebody who's private. They don't want to create gossip and talk. So somebody's trying to avoid maybe a confrontation with someone because they don't want gossip. But there is gossip. And it could have been avoided if somebody didn't suffer in silence and just reach out and say something. It's all this feminine energy, though. Tell me about the Sun. What's going to happen here? It's definitely someone going to start it. Yeah, see, it's all going to clear up. See, it's all going to clear up. It's all going to be cleared up. It's all good. Whoever's stressed about this. And this is the Knight of Cups. Somebody's coming in to ask someone out. See, it's going to be cleared up. There's going to be a conversation here. It's all good. Yeah, see, there's definitely with some blockages, messages, communications maybe being blocked. The flows being blocked. So I don't know if somebody blocked somebody or, yeah, somebody just doesn't want to talk. But it's the flow of communication and the motions here too. Eight of Wands. See, it has to do with communication, needing to communicate, getting the flow of communication going. Someone's going to need to hurry up here and communicate. See, something of significance, the key. Someone doesn't want to repeat mistakes of the past, so somebody keeps thinking about this. It is a big deal to somebody. It's significant. But it's about somebody asking someone on a date. So I wonder if this is somebody who was dating somebody and they weren't interested, but they're interested in someone else in that social circle. So there's this competitive or jealousy energy. Yeah, the stork's bringing news of something new. So there it is. There is news of something new. There's good news. So it is going to start. Queen of Cups. See, we got the Queen of Cups coming in here. This is kindness, compassion, someone who truly cares. So this is somebody, it is going to start. Whoever this person is coming in. It's not showing who they are. I mean, it could be this person. Maybe they had an opportunity to start something and they didn't, but I do see all this stuff going on between. It sort of, it's like somebody throwing a stick into the spoke of a bicycle. Everything that happened here. Yeah, it has to do, oh, the King of Cups, there it is. See, this is about somebody opening a heart, but you can see there's a need to clear something up. So there was some kind of blocked communication messages. So I don't know if someone blocked somebody, but I don't feel like that. I mean, it's just about the flow of communication stopped because there's something in the way. Somebody's getting in the way of two people talking. Someone's trying to get in the way. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody who has a lot of abundance. 8 of Pentacles. Somebody who's worked hard to get where they're at. So this is someone definitely in that energy, that Queen of Pentacles, but it is a masculine energy coming in with the King of Cups here. So this is about two people coming together. This is going to happen. It's going to happen regardless. If somebody tried to block the flow of communication, see, they wouldn't let somebody talk to somebody. And I don't even know if someone's trying to find out someone's maybe a phone number, things like that, so they can get a hold of them. But it's just, I think somebody's making a mountain out of a molehill too. Like, I do feel it's just this temporary energy where somebody kind of stepped out of form. It's not how they usually behave. Whoever it is, there is somebody trying to keep two people from talking. 8 of Swords. And it's somebody who's done this before. It's a habit, maybe, or history. People know this person's history. But yeah, and I do think we have a Queen of Pentacles. Definitely it's here. Someone who's single. See, this is a single person in amongst these people. So I think somebody's asking if someone's single. And then the other person's trying to keep two people apart here. They don't want them, but they're, a little jealous here. Because it's probably someone who wasn't interested in them and interested in the other person. It might be a friend. Whenever it's a friend or something involved, or, it it could be tricky. But yeah, this is someone who has skills. They're stable. See, it's connecting with the Queen of Pentacles. There's that pentacle. This person is going to start it. So I do feel it has to do with being loyal. Do you be loyal to a friend who's jealous and very competitive, even financially, because the other person has a lot of skills. They're very capable. They're somebody using their skills to create definitely money. I mean, somebody's doing well. I don't think the other person's in poverty at all, but they're competing and spending a lot of money when they should be saving money. But I don't know if they're trying to look good or impress this other person or what it is they're trying to do. But this is a very grounded person. There's that beautiful, someone who's worked hard to get where they're at. They've put in the effort. They've earned it. But it has to do with this couple coming together. See, there's the news of something new. The stork brings the news of new. So it is going to start. Yeah, crossroads. See, nothing's really written in stone yet, but I do think somebody here really is at that crossroads. Now we have a Queen of Swords, someone being discerning and giving advice. See, this is somebody coming in, giving advice, telling someone something here. Someone's going to cross that bridge when they come to it, though. Yeah, very interesting. I've never seen a reading like this in some time, let me tell you. But, people do what people do sometimes. I do see kindness, compassion, and forgiveness as something forgivable. Just somebody acting out of form. And it likely has to do with two people, somebody who has a history of this, but two people who know each other. In fact, a bunch of people here may know each other. So this is funny. I seen some energy like this a while back, and it's almost like it's resurfacing here. Probably because it's coming to fruition. Yeah, somebody wants to initiate a conversation. See, it's all about initiating. And there we have justice. So this is about harmony and balance. So there's people in this circle that want to talk. They want to, I think we got these two people going to come together regardless. But it is, I feel it's a bit of a moral dilemma because we have someone going, well, if they like this person, who are you loyal to? I do think the other person's actually married. I actually feel they're in a relationship. That's why I feel they're embarrassed. I don't think they actually did anything. I think they blocked two people from talking. See, blocking the flow of communication at some kind of gathering. I mean, this is a beautiful energy. This is somebody who has a lot of abundance, you know, the whole cornucopia. Yeah, we got a person here. We got two people talking. There's going to be some kind of truth. Speaking truth. This is someone being a little bit, you know, discerning themselves. Their swords up, a little guarded. But this is someone who's learned. See, the Hierophant, two people learning about what happened here. There is going to be truth. And I do think it's about somebody maybe wasn't being fair. Yeah. Ooh, I hope somebody's not ending a relationship and they're making a move on someone else here. Because somebody's stepping out of form, out of their normal, the way they normally behave. The status quo, how they behave, how they are around this person. They're doing things different. It's kind of just off. I'm hoping it's not somebody going to suddenly divorce someone because they want the other person. But whatever it is, there's an ending. And every ending creates a new beginning. So, no, I don't know if it's... I mean, there's so much going on here. Like, this looks like a saga. Like, I feel like I'm watching a soap opera here. It's a drama, though. Yeah. See, it all has to do with communication, needing to talk. There's a need for two people to have a conversation, to speak truth. Because I think this can all be cleared up. It is really, it's a significant situation to someone, but the key is about clarity and clearing it up. This person's, we got the King and Queen of Cups going to come together. And I do believe, I mean, I think that's the King and Queen of Swords possibly as well. Having a clear communication, just saying it like it is. A deep conversation. But I'm hoping this person doesn't get cut out. That's, I mean, I know it sounds bad, but I feel like we have this person here being very gracious. Now, I don't know if this is maybe the person hosting the situation. Hosting a gathering. But I feel like it's the person that this other one's competing against. So if you've got this going on, I feel like the advice would be to just kind of be gracious, stay grounded. I do feel that there are people talking about it. I do feel not everybody is seeing things the same, regardless. Definitely it's all about avoiding gossip. See, it could have been avoided. In fact, this created more gossip than it avoided. Put it that way. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we got a King of Cups here with a strong financial foundation. We also have a feminine energy there. Yeah, and I do see the start of something new. It's going to start. I don't think anything's going to hold this person back. But there's definitely some things being learned here. Yeah. Take care. Bye for now.